The Maharshal was a rabbi in Lublin many years ago, and there was a story of a person who unfortunately at a young age his wife passed away and he fell into a terrible depression. The Maharshal spoke to him, and what he learned is that the person felt so bad he wanted to build up a family, but he promised his wife before she passed away that he would never remarry. And the Maharshal told him that your promise is annulled. It is not a good promise, because as the Torah says in our Parsha, when a person makes a promise, it says, Le'esar isar, that you're only allowed to prohibit something that is something you're not allowed to do. But as Rashi points out, you're not allowed to permit something that is previously prohibited to you. So therefore, since this is directly going against what the Torah says to get married and have children, your promise is annulled and you can go ahead and get remarried, which is what he did. A short while later, he got married, but then sadly, immediately after, he passed away. And the community was all shocked because they knew what had transpired with the Maharshal advising him to get married. And the Maharshal said, before you bury this person, here is a note I want you to put inside his casket and don't cover him. And on the note, the Maharshal wrote, to the heavenly court, please know that with the power of the Torah, I advise this person that he should get married. Please return him back to life and return him to us. And they placed it in the casket, and a little while later, believe it or not, the person in his shrouds got up out of his casket and walked back and got back home, to the shock of his new wife and to the shock of his community. And actually the Maharshal had to pray that everybody forget this incident so the shock would go away. And the only way we know the story is because it was written in the notebook of the Chevra Kadisha. But what we see from here is that no matter what the laws of nature may do, they may say that somebody should not be alive, somebody should be sick, or somebody should be going through whatever troubles it is, it will never go against the will of Hashem and the will of the Torah. Have a great Shabbos.